Well, human beings have this amazing ability to think about future events, and this thinking ahead means that we can anticipate obstacles or problems. It gives us the opportunity to plan for solutions for those problems. And when it helps us achieve our goals, thinking ahead can actually be very useful and very helpful. However, worrying or anxiety is a way of thinking ahead that usually leaves us feeling anxious, apprehensive about the future, and worrying excessively often makes us think about the worst case scenario, and it can make us feel like we won't be able to cope. So, what does it feel like? It feels like a chain of thoughts and images in our head that can progress and become increasingly catastrophic and even unlikely to happen. So, you might be thinking, I have my period, so that means I haven't gotten pregnant during this cycle. Maybe I will never be able to get pregnant. Maybe my partner is going to leave me because I'm never going to get pregnant. Maybe I'm going to die all alone and without a child. So that's the chain of thoughts and of events that can happen in our head that can lead to increased worry or anxiety. And in terms of physical symptoms, we might be feeling some muscle tension, aches and pains, restlessness, and inability to relax. Maybe you find it difficult to fall asleep or stay asleep, or you might be finding it difficult to concentrate, or you might be feeling tired all the time. If you are feeling worried or anxious when trying to conceive, know that you are not alone. It happens to a lot of people. Why does it happen? It's because all the situations that are ambiguous, that are new, or that are unpredictable are known to cause worry and anxiety. And if we think about fertility and fertility treatment, is usually a situation that is ambiguous. It's open to different interpretations. You may or may not have a diagnosis. You may or may not know what the outcome of treatment is going to be or what treatment you might want to have. It's also usually a new situation, so you don't have any experience to fall back on. And it's also unpredictable because it can be very unclear how things are going to turn out. So know that if you feel worried or anxious, it's absolutely normal to feel that way. And there are two types of worry that you need to remember. The first one is real problem worry or anxiety, where we're looking at actual problems that have solutions right now. However, most of the times we are getting worried or anxious about hypothetical worries. These are worries that only exist in our minds and situations that haven't happened yet, that don't have an actual solution right now. So if you don't have a solution right now, it's very much likely that you are thinking about the future, about the worst case scenario, and that is going to be a hypothetical worry. It's good to know as well that there isn't a right amount of worry. Everything is different for everyone, and it's almost like a scale between normal worry and excessive worry, and everything in between is allowed. So normal worry would be a worry that helps you get what you want, helps you achieve your goals. An excessive worry would be one where you're feeling demoralized, upset, or exhausted. So you need to ask yourself, is the worry and anxiety that I'm feeling normal worry that is helping me achieve my fertility goals? Or is my worry and anxiety excessive worry that is leaving me demoralized, upset, or exhausted? And is the worry that I'm feeling a real problem worry that has a solution? Or is it a hypothetical worry that doesn't have a solution? So that leads me to what can we do about it? The number one thing that I would say is to get work-life balance, to find balance in your life. Make sure that you have space in your life to do things that bring you joy, things that give you absolute pleasure. Secondly, doing things that give you a sense of achievements, a sense that you're moving forward with your life. Maybe doing some housework, decorating, doing some gardening. And the third one would be to do activities that give you a sense of connection, either through social media, calling a friend, doing a video call. After you found some balance, it's still likely that you will be worried or anxious from time to time. So as soon as you feel that worried thought in your brain, try to catch it and try to check, is this a real problem worry or is it a hypothetical worry? Ask yourself, what am I worrying about? Is this something that I can do something about? If not, I'm going to let go and I'm going to focus on important things to me right now. Things that I can do something about. If this is a real problem worry, but it's not a problem right now, maybe it's a problem in the future, we can plan what we can do and when we will do it. So that will sort of let you soften the levels of worry and anxiety. Another tip that I think is really helpful, the third tip, is to speak to yourself with compassion. Think about all the things that you tell yourself, the self-blame, the guilt, and try to think about everything that you are, everything that you do with a sense of love and self-compassion. Think about the situations you're involved. Acknowledge that your emotions are absolutely normal and you are human. Notice those automatic thoughts that come in your head and challenge them. Choose a compassionate response to your thoughts.